Okay, this meeting is being conducted and recorded, broadcasted via our local cable access channel, WCAT, Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. If anyone in the audience is recording, please let us know. Stand for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, everyone is present?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, all present. Minutes need to be read. Everyone want to read the minutes? Yeah, I think everyone has the minutes.
Read and accepted. I accept the minutes.
I second Carla Keith accepts the minutes.
Anything on the treasurer's report?
Your second?
Yeah, we have,
Oh, you did a
Yeah, we
second.
did second.
And then, did you do the vote? Did I miss the vote?
Vote for what?
To accept the minutes.
yeah, you missed it.
You need a, we need a vote on the minutes. She brought it up, whoever the second is, and then, all in favor?
All in favor, say aye.
Okay.
All in favor
Aye.
of the minutes?
Opposed?
Treasurer's report?
Okay, the COA formula grant cash is $21,476.26, if I get the right amount. The COA gift cash is $43,624.72. The COA van gift cash is $4,509.71. The three accounts totaling $69,610.69. And everything else is good.
Okay.
No correspondence.
Any new business?
Well, do we want to discuss the, do you want to do the kitchen? We're to recognize Jim to speak on the kitchen.
Okay, we have Jim Ferrara to step up and tell us about the update on the kitchen.
Thank you very much. Jim Ferrara, Town Administrator. I wanted to come to the board this morning to give everybody an update as to where we are with the progress of not only the kitchen project, but what to expect in the future moving forward with other repairs and upgrades that are being proposed at the senior center. So last Friday, we had contractors at the kitchen doing a disconnection of the dishwasher and the gas range. So those two items were disconnected. We contracted with 360 Building and Remodeling to do the interior upgrades to the taking out the old cabinets, repainting the walls, upgrading some of the flooring, as well as having to do some major repairs to the floor that required some additional work because of the fact that the dishwasher that was there in existence was leaking internally and was causing the floor to have significant corrosion and damage. And so the floor had to be reinforced and repaired. That wasn't anticipated because I didn't know that there was that much of water damage that was within that under cabinet unit that was causing a problem. But the contractor worked all diligently over the weekend and had repaired the floor, put tiles down to somewhat match the existing floor. There's a little discoloration there because of some wear and tear on the existing floor, but those tiles, for the most part, match. And on Monday, we had the delivery from Kittredge Singer for the dishwasher and the range, as well as the custom side tables that were ordered to the specifications of the project. Where we are currently, the electrician has been out, as well as the plumber. So we have 3 contractors. We have the carpenter at 360 Building Remodeling. We have an electrician, Paul Shepherdson, and then we have the local plumber at BEC, all working together to get the project done. We anticipated initially that the project, would be about a week to close the kitchen. Our goal is to get it up and running, hopefully, by Friday, a little bit ahead of schedule. And so we are looking at, the possibility of, maybe even having it available tomorrow. But, that's a big, possibility. Right now, we're dealing with a problem with Kittredge. We had requested custom side tables for the dishwasher. The side tables that came and that were delivered to us did not meet the specifications that we agreed upon, and therefore Kittredge has to fix that. And we are holding Kittredge to that standard, to getting that fixed and resolved for us. The purpose of this dishwasher was to have it all kind of flow. It is a challenging site, given the fact that you went from an under cabinet dishwasher now to an upright dishwasher, and that space is not the best for that particular setup. And what I mean by that is you have an existing sink, swap sink, that is, that has a grease trap that is already, stabilized right there off to the side. So in order to really get everything to work, the plumbers have to reroute some of the plumbing. We're trying, we do not want to move that grease trap. That would be a significant cost, and that would be out of our budget to do that. So we're trying to work as best we can around that. But the side tables for the Kittredge standpoint will have to be corrected by Kittredge. They are coming out tomorrow, possibly, if not tomorrow, definitely Friday. Kittredge will be on site to come up with a solution to correct that issue. But in the meantime, the gas stove is connected, is functional, and hopefully by the end of today, maybe as early as tomorrow, possibly, the dishwasher will be up and running. So the plumbers are supposed to wrap up their plumbing today. The electrician is supposed to come today to wire it, and then we should be good to go. Absent of the side tables, the dishwasher would be functional. The range is functional, so the kitchen can be opened. That is one project. Is there any questions on the kitchen project? No. Okay, so that's where we stand with that. During the same time, during this kitchen project, we also had some radon testing that is going on as part of a larger project. We are using community development block grant funds, CDBG funds, to fund a portion of some improvements down at the senior center. And those improvements is a new bulkhead, a new side door, as well as some repairs to the loading dock area. And in order to use CDBG funds, one of the federal requirements is that radon testing needs to happen in a building when you're doing improvements to a building. So because we're using federal funds to do that, we have to contract for this radon testing. The gentleman was out there yesterday. He's going to be wrapping up this week. We anticipate, to be getting the report very soon. We're very hopeful that there's no mitigation that needs to be done on our part, and that the testing will be just that, testing. And so once that is done, that will allow the project for the bulkhead, the rear door, and the loading dock to start. So that will be a project that will be starting. We have already contracted with a contractor. We went out to bid. We have a low bidder and responsible bidder that we're going to be bringing forward to start that phase of the work. We have, in addition to that, we have a weatherization project that's going to be starting probably sometime mid to late next month, as well as a new heat pumps or HVAC unit to be replaced at the senior center, which would also be starting next month. We're waiting on crews to be made available to do that. So all of that projects, all of those things are being run by me out of my office in coordination with Sharon. So we have a lot of moving parts down there that are working in several different directions. Now, we are also very fortunate through my conversations with Representative Smola, Todd Smola. He was very willing and fortunate, and we worked very hard to get us an earmark to address the roof at the senior center. So it was been identified probably about 2 years ago that the roof is seen better days and needs to be replaced at some point. I was just over there yesterday, and I said to Sharon as I was walking in, there was a piece of shingle laying right on the ground. So as the higher winds come, shingles are blowing off. The roof is in need of repair or replacement, not repair. We already repaired it once. It needs to be replaced. It's only going to get worse as time goes on. So we were fortunate enough to get a $50,000 earmark from Representative Smola through the State House. That $50,000 will not cover the entire project. We're anticipating the project to cost somewhere between $70,000 to $75,000 when it's all said and done. So we are going to be going out to bid very soon for the project. I'm working with our engineering firm, Weston and Sampson, to get the specs for the roof so that we can get a roof that is going to last us for a minimum of 30 years. And so that is in the process of getting those specs done. I should have those by early next week, and I hope to go out to bid within the next week or two so that this project can start. I'm anticipating I'd like to have it start sometime either late April or early May. Any questions on that?
Radon, that comes from a rock foundation, doesn't it?
It does. It has some some attributes to that, yeah.
Not knowing what they do with it.
Yeah, there's things that, yeah, I mean, if the levels are a certain, a certain concern, then there's mitigation that they can do to mitigate that. We're pretty confident that the levels are gonna be low, but the testing has to be done, in order to use, federal funds. Any questions? No. One thing that, and when I'm going to be meeting with all the department heads for the fiscal year 2026 budget, we have meetings set up in a couple weeks with various departments. One thing that I will emphasize to you folks, and I think some of you were even on the interview committees, it is a challenge to find somebody to work part-time as a van driver / custodian, okay? That is a challenge. We've had it advertised, we've had interviews. It's just a challenge to find the right person, because that's a lot of responsibility. Driving a vehicle with residents to and from a location is a lot of responsibility, and a lot could go wrong if it's not done right. And so we have to ensure that, whoever is hired, that the person, is responsible and we feel confident that this person can deliver, because it's more than just one position. We try to be creative. I mean, we had 2 part-time positions. We had a van driver and a custodian, and we couldn't find anybody when it was 2 part-time positions individually. And so we try to combine it now to be a little bit more creative, combined it now to make it a little bit more attractive, to get, if this person is not, doesn't have any rides to do, then they can be doing custodial work, so that they have more consistency of hours. It is a part-time position. It's tough to find part-time help. And then also, there's certain training that this person would have to be required to take and pass that is only offered at certain times. And so, we thought that, if we found somebody, that we would be able to have that person, if they're waiting to get training, then they could be doing cleaning, and vice versa. So it's kind of, a juggling act to try to get, all those combinations to line up. But I will report to the board, and as Sharon knows, it's a challenge just to find somebody to fill this seat and to fill this role. So I hope that the board can take that into consideration when they talk about their budget. There is an expense associated with having that vehicle sit there. Number one, the expense is we got to insure it. Number two, we have to maintain it. And, maintaining it means driving it around, making sure it works, checking the brakes, checking the mechanical aspects of it, because we can't have a vehicle that we're just going to hire somebody and then we turn over the vehicle and the vehicle doesn't work, or there's a laundry list of problems that are associated with the vehicle that need to be addressed in order for it to get road worthy. Inspections need to be done, state inspections need to be done. All of these things need to happen. So I hope that the board and Sharon can take a hard look at, what direction they'd like to move. I'm willing to work with the board and with Sharon on whatever direction they see fit is best. But I will let the board know that it is a challenge trying to find somebody for that position. Okay, is there any questions?
No?
No? Okay, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much,
Thank you very
Jim.
much, Jim.
Okay.
Under new business.
So, new business, I guess the next one is fiscal year 26 project budget?
So, yeah, Joyce and
Or
I.
projected budget, sorry.
Projected budget. Joyce and I met, we spent quite a few hours yesterday. We've been calling places to try to come up with, how much is this going up? Some of them are small, Modern Pest is going from 94.90 to 96, different ones. So, but we're also trying to we took into consideration the fact that we're having the new heating system, that should save us some money, that type of thing. We're also, Encore is now they take care of our fire suppression. The company has merged. The town, Jim Ferrara did a contract, so that is gonna save us a little money. They'll do the fire inspection, they'll do the fire extinguishers, which have to be done. Everything has to be done periodically. The only thing they don't do is the hood. When we have the hood cleaned, they come in and they clean and they inspect it.
What's the hood for?
Above the stove,
Oh.
above the gas range, so. So what our best guess that we could come up with, and I think I gave everybody a copy of the proposed budget. So the expense would go up from $30,375 to $31,285. That is our guess. So everything else kind of stayed the same. We've got our senior van and transport at $2,000. That's the gas for the van, paying the driver, things like that. The elder bus is free, but we don't know until the end of the fiscal and if it's going to be free again. So that we subsidize their fares when they take the bus. So Tri-Valley looks to be the same at $957. So that's all we could really do. We're waiting for the study to come back for our wage classification, and then we will put those numbers in, and we will be letting you all know what those will be, based on if the wage classification is approved at town meeting. So that's it for the budget. Can we get a vote on, or were there any questions first? And then I'll let Katie do a vote. The budget.
Okay, can we vote on
Motion?
motions of,
Can I make a motion so we accept the director's report, the budget,
I second it.
breakdown?
I second it.
okay,
All aye?
Aye.
aye? Aye.
Opposed? Okay, it passes. All right. For new business also, I just want to let you know, our digital literacy grant is wrapping up. The library has been there. The instructor is no longer coming. The library has taken over. Warren Library did a grant in conjunction with ours. So they've been coming down. That grant will be ending, I believe it's April, off the top of my head. So we're working on cyber seniors, so I've got to get in touch with the school and see if we can get maybe some of the honors students to come down. Timing's hard because we close at 3, but the honor students might be able to come out during the day or at least during the summer, and to help keep our seniors going on their electronics, the iPads.
Are people taking them out?
They are, yeah. We have quite a few that took out iPads. We are, at a future meeting, going to be voting on the ones that are using them, would like to keep them. And as you all know, well, those of you who have iPads, Apple, you have to tailor it to you. So everyone had to have their Apple IDs, so we'd have to wipe it back to the beginning. It's really hard. We have enough. We would like to let them keep it, and that's within the parameters of the grant. The grant was set up that the people that are using it, that want to use it, would be able to keep them. So that will be probably the next meeting. We'll have another meeting and we'll vote, because I did not include that in this meeting, so. And I want to double check with the town administrator, let him know that those are our intentions. Should have did that while he was here, but That's
Yeah.
okay. And as he said, I had a feeling he was going to cover everything, so that was good. He did a great job, so.
Okay.
Any questions about anything?
No.
Okay. Then we'll get moving on new exercise programs. That's got to be
Okay,
coming
so-
soon, too. Other than that? I think I'm good. Well, I have to call, I have to reach out and,
Is this for director's report?
yeah.
Okay.
I got to reach out to some, I've been polling the seniors to see what they want for exercise programs. So whether they want like a chair yoga, we have Tai Chi. There's a few others out there, so we're looking into, there's Zumba Gold, there's a few. So we're trying to tailor it to our seniors to what they like, so. And I think that's it.
Okay. Other businesses? Nothing?
That was it.
Oh, that was it, okay.
Well, it's hard to do that because it's all kind of ties into each other.
Yeah, ties into,
Yeah.
together. Okay, our next meeting will be,
Either the 19th or the 26th, it's up to you.
what day are we?
Wednesday, either the 19th or the 26th.
Let's do the 19th?
When's your birthday, Patty?
The day before, but that's okay. Yep, that's okay.
Is the birthday party the 20th or the 27th?
The 20th.
Okay. All right, so the 19th? Okay. Okay. Okay, ending the meeting at 10:28.
Okay.